taught the first grade.
Correct.
And in Georgia, we look at third grade reading levels.
Third through eighth grade.
Third through eighth grade reading levels, and we particularly look at eighth grade math scores. So you were charged with RICO racketeering as a first grade teacher, and your students' scores were not even a part of the process.
No, and there was cheating that was happening in 40 states in the country at that time. Over 14 of those states, it was considered to be widespread cheating. Teachers and administrators who were, found guilty or caught up in different cheating scandals, they were fired, or they had their teaching license revoked. They were charged with RICO conspiracy.
And you also mentioned to me when we spoke on the phone, and this is, when I spoke to Ms. Robinson on the phone, she said, full transparency, I know that you are really into education, but I just have to tell you this. And I said, no, I'm into education, yes, but I'm also into protecting anybody that has been unjustly victimized. I want to say, though, in that conversation, you also said that there were erasure analyses.
Correct.
Done throughout the entire state. Can you give the percentage of erasure analyses that were happening in Georgia?
Yes. So, former Governor Sonny Perdue did the erasure analysis, and what they learned was that 20% of the schools across the entire state of Georgia had high levels of wrong to right erasures. Now, what's interesting is that during that investigation, they used those scores in an application to win a $400 million federal Race to the Top grant. They were asked about it during our case, and some Georgia state officials said that they felt justified in using the scores because, 80% of the scores weren't questionable, and they even said that they took out Atlanta scores, but that the state average didn't change, so basically there was nothing to report. Even if that were true, they still would have needed to take out Doherty County schools that had a lot of erasures, some other counties. So again, the state received $400 million. Most of my co-defendants not receive any bonus money, maybe $500 to $1,000, but we were the ones charged with racketeering and conspiracy.
Two last questions. Erasure analyses were found throughout the state at a somewhat high percentage.